Hello to all audience of Metal Zone Radio Show. We are at the Barbeuk Metal Fest. This is the second day, third edition, the Thrash and Death Day. So we are with a band, sure you know them, with two members of a band coming from UK, thrash band called XENTRIX. So hello Jay, hello Kristian, how are you?
Very good, thank you very much. You?
Very good too.
Oh, we're great. We're very happy to be here.
Thank you. For the people a little bit who are not familiar with XENTRIX, can you do a brief history of the genesis of the band and what were the highlights of your career of the band?
I suppose it's over to me because I'm sort of the older boys. So we started in '88. We were all of us big fans of new wave of British heavy metal, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Motorhead, etc. And we just wanted to take it that little bit further. As we get up, we were like, we need it a bit faster, a bit louder. And then, we discovered, we heard bands like Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, etc. And we wanted to go down that route. So we started XENTRIX, myself, Chris Astley, Paul McKenzie, and Dennis Gasser. And we got signed to Roadrunner Records and managed to do, in quite a short period of time, a couple of albums, and we took it as far as we could go in the 90s, and then grunge killed us all off, and then we decided to start it up again quite a few years later. About 10 years ago we got back together and did a few tours, and then certain people decided they didn't want to do it anymore, so we had to find someone else to replace them, and we found Jay. It was a natural sort of natural progression for the band and fitted in quite nicely.
Okay, cool. So thank you for this little bit history. Yes, can you take about Jay, but can you introduce to our audience the 2025 lineup of the band?
2025 is the same as it was 10 years back.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
No changes?
No. It's been this lineup's been stable since it restarted.
Bury the Pain, it's the same lineup. So since we got Jay in, it's still myself, Dennis, and Chris Shire's on bass. So that's us. We're happy at the minute.
Okay. So stable lineup for since many years now. Okay. You released your latest album, 7 Words, in November 2022. We are in August 2025, so can we expect something new this year or maybe next year? Can you tell us more?
Yeah, the next album, we've pretty much demoed it. It's ready in demos. There's a little bit of work here and there to do on it. It's ready to go to the next stage. So hopefully we'll have drums recorded, hopefully by the end of the year. And then it will be released next year. We're just waiting on a couple of little things. We got this festival concert. We got another gig in September, and then it's finish the album. Yeah. So next year it will be the new album.
There'll definitely be a new XENTRIX album next year. We're
be patient. It's gonna come. To the social networks, you watch Facebook and everything, and you will have all the information. What has been the most challenging period for the band? How did you overcome it?
I'll take it over here. I'd say probably the most challenging was when we were trying to find a new singer to replace Chris Astley. We did try quite a few different people. We found some people who had great voices, but then we kind of found out that metal wasn't their thing. We wanted somebody who really fitted in with the band and knew about heavy metal, because that's what we do. And so we already had Jay in the band as another guitar player, and the idea was to get another singer. But we tried different people, and in the end we gave up and just said, you know what? And he said, well, I'll have a go. And I was like, really? Can you sing? And he was like, well, yeah, give me a month and I'll come back and I'll have a go. So that's how that was definitely our most challenging period, trying to find somebody to replace the singer in a band, because that's the most important person really in the band, and that's me. I'm a guitar player, and I even said that. You know what I mean? I said that out loud.
Also for me, it needed to sound like I knew XENTRIX when I wasn't in it, and that was like one of my favourite bands back in the day. So for me, for it to be to pass as XENTRIX, it needed to be 4 people, and it needed to sound like XENTRIX. The voice needed to sound like XENTRIX as well, and it fairly much does.
Congratulations. Yeah. Let's back in time a little bit. In 1990, the band faced a small bit of controversy, publicity surrounding the release of the cover of Ray Parker Jr.'s Ghostbusters theme. Can you give us some explanation about that?
Yeah. So basically, the Ghostbusters thing was around the time when we were kind of like trying to be not quite so dark, not quite so satanic. It wasn't our thing. So we were like, going down let's be a bit more light-hearted. And we used to do this, for some reason we started doing this riff, and it became, let's learn the song, and we used to do it live. And then we got a Radio 1 rock show session with Tommy Vance, and that was a big deal for us back then, in 1989. So we recorded it for the radio, and we thought that would be it. And then the record company said, "Oh no, it's great. We're going to release it. And we were like, "Really? I don't know." And yeah, they released it. They put it out on it. So that was that. And people do love it. The only thing it became a thing where people knew us for that song and for nothing else. Yeah. And we didn't want that to be the thing, because that wasn't our thing. It wasn't we weren't like a comedy band. There's bands that have comedy in their music, and they do it a lot better than we do, and we didn't want that to be. We just kind of dipped our toe into it. So that's why we don't play it live now. We kind of like sort of steering away from it. So sorry if anyone's going to expect it today. We ain't gonna play. He doesn't even know it. So
okay, thank you for the explanation. What were your hopes and desires when you started making music?
Me?
World domination.
Yeah. No, I just started playing the guitar because of Megadeth, really. I used to love Iron Maiden. Once I heard Peace Sells, I then wanted to be able to do it as well. So I started learning guitar there, and all I wanted to do really was to make music that was as good and be able to do shows, record music that was as good. Yeah.
I started playing guitar mainly to sort of get out of. I'm from a small village in the northwest of England, and there wasn't much going on. So I learnt with another guy. He stopped playing, and I carried on. And then I found people that were like-minded, were into metal, and you join bands, and then you get into this sort of it becomes a thing where it just progresses. And until I got into XENTRIX, and I've never been in anything else since then. But I find that playing music now, as I'm older, is it's almost like meditation. It takes my mind out of everywhere. When I'm playing guitar, I'm totally happy, and I'm totally focused, more or less all the time.
Okay, thank you. In 1992, the band decided to take a different direction with the album Kin, a little bit different, adopting a more progressive style with the music, which is considered by many to be the band's biggest mistake, despite the critical acclaim. Okay, So, what is your feeling 33 years later?
I'll do this as well.
He'll do this, right? I mean, Kin. It was a little bit of we were all. I mean, I'm not completely guilty. There was 4 of us in that band, and we all had our ideas, and we all decided to, let's do this, and let's not do this, and let's try and be this, let's not try and be this. And we were trying to survive, because it was a very funny time for metal, particularly in the UK. We couldn't get arrested back then. We were playing to no people. It was we got to do something to try and be not just another noisy band. It was that's what we were trying to be. We were trying to be something just other than. Thrash metal was almost like a dirty word back then. People didn't want to know it. So we were guilty of maybe sort of denying our roots in a way. But there's some good songs on there, but it's not our greatest moment. I agree. I totally take that on board.
I like it.
He likes it.
But back then it was very different, because I was I'd shattered existence.
To listen it.
Oh, I did. Yeah. It was my car music on a cassette tape in the cassette player back then, and I really like it. I think I like it more than you do, I think.
Yeah. The production doesn't sound. The guitars aren't loud enough on it. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound big, or it sounds very sort of like small and demo-y. I like some of the songs, but
I like the sound. I like it because the snare is loud and the drums are loud. But I like it for that reason as well. Yeah.
Thank you. So you cross a little bit more than 3 decades in the metal industry. You're Kristian with XENTRIX. What would be your advice to young starting bands, and what is your opinion on the evolution of the metal music industry with the social networks, the way that people consume music nowadays, for many years now, the music business in general? What do you think of this evolution?
I mean, that's quite a difficult question to answer because it's a moving target, isn't it? The music industry is just changing all the time, and the internet is guilty of that. It opens up a lot of doors for small bands, and you know, it gives them the opportunity to reach people that in the past they would never ever reach, which is great. But it also robs the bigger bands of that opportunity to sell the music, because that is a thing of the past now. It's you're going to sell a physical thing, which is basically merch. You know, people buy vinyl in the way that they buy merch. So my advice would be just embrace it, just move it. Don't be afraid of technology. You've got to, if you want to be doing this type of music. And I think support each other, try and do gigs together. You know, this type of festival is great. You know, metal is as I get older, I sound, you know, it is a community thing, isn't it? You know, you're not, people don't dip in and out of heavy metal. They're pretty much there for life, aren't they? You know, my mum said to me when I was young, you know, when I was like 13, and I started wearing like patches and denim and leather, and she was saying to my dad was like, oh, what's going on? And she just said, oh, don't worry, it's a phase. He'll grow out of it. And here I am, 55, and you know, it's not a phase. It's a lifetime thing, and it's a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle, and you know, and I think it's. I don't know any others, so I can't compare it to it. But this is the best people in the world. You know, heavy metal people will embrace each other and help each other, and that's what you should do. That's my advice. Sorry to be so long-winded.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, but also people are too careful now, I think, as well. Back in the day, people were more open with what they thought and said, and the people hold back more now, I think, and that for me is the problem that there's been over the last 20 or 30 years.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. Looking back at your childhood, in which environments did you grow up, and does it affect in a way the choice of playing the music you are playing today? Did your parents, brothers, sister play music? Was there music at home? Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, for me, this sort of music wasn't passed down to me. It was shown to me at school. Friends were into Maiden. I got hooked on Maiden first through the artwork as well. So then it caught my eye. Then the Maiden music came in, and then it got faster. Then I had a tape that had Peace Cells on one side, and it had Rain in Blood on the other. Okay. First hearing a Rain in Blood, I'm like, I don't understand that. But within a month or two, I knew it and liked that more. Then, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same. I know my parents had no musical real interests. I don't think we even had a record player in my house till I was about 10. So, you know, and I grew up in a small village, and there was one guy who lived down sort of 3 doors down from me, and he was the guy that sort of introduced me to like, you know, new wave of British heavy metal, and we went to the first Download festival. Well, it was called Monsters of Rock back then, '83, you know, and it was Dio. You know, Dio was on, and it was awesome. You know, Diamond Head, Dio, Twisted Sister. So that was, yeah, there you go.
There you go.
And but no, there was no like, you know, like you said, there was no nobody sort of showed me the way in from my family particularly. But they still think it's weird.
Yeah. Okay. So. We are at the Barbeuk Metal Fest. You're going to play in a few hours for the 3rd edition, and it's very, very cool. You'll be there. A lot of people are waiting for you, I'm sure. What is the future for XENTRIX after this festival?
We've got a UK show in September,
Yeah.
and then we will be finishing up that new album, like I said, for release next year. We're taking looking at shows for next year as well. But the first thing is we're going to finish the demos, aren't we?
Yeah.
Finish those demos and crack on with the new one.
Basically, next year's the rest of this year and next year's new album. That's what we're concentrating on. It's just to get that done. We've kind of more or less written it, but we've had some sort of life gets in the way when you get older. Personal things and families, and we've all got things going on. So they've kind of slowed things down a little bit this year, but it's more or less done, and we're going to be concentrating on getting the new record out. We're on Listenable Records, a French label.
Yeah.
There you go.
Listen up in French. Okay, thank you. This was Jay and Kristian from XENTRIX, UK Thrash Metal at the Barbeuk Metal Fest. Thank you very much. Wish you a lot of good things for you, for your families, for the band, of course. Don't forget to buy the album, the vinyl. Go to the concerts, to the show, very important nowadays. Buy merchandising too, very fucking important. Thank you, boys. Have fun, take care of you, and see you on the stage.
Thank you very much.